Some people have some special destinies, or some special opportunities. But the truth is that principles give us opportunities. The laws of success give us opportunities. So, on Success Power, we share with you these time-proven laws of success. Also, we want to help you to realize that you have potential. You began your life as a seed. A seed speaks of potential, what can be that hasn't been. And on Success Power, we want you to realize that there is so much more to your life than you have seen. There's so much you can do that you haven't done, so much you can have that you haven't yet, so much you can be that you haven't been yet. And here on Success Power, we encourage you to unleash your potentials. And finally, we want to ensure that you are free from every form of failure. In other words, those cycles of failure must be broken. New cycles of success and blessing must be created in your life. Once again, thank you for joining us today on Success Power. We want to begin a discussion on the topic burning desire. See, you don't get what you wish in life. Most of the time, you get what you desire. To desire is to crave for something with intensity, to have a craving for something. And you know the words that I like to use to describe desire: hunger and thirst. Hunger and thirst. Success comes to the hungry. For some people, if it works out fine, if it doesn't work out fine. When you find someone who has a burning desire for success, there is no option, or there are no options to succeeding. You want it. You know it, that you can do it, and you really, really want it. So you've got to be hungry. You've got to be thirsty. We meet obstacles in life, and practically everybody who sets out to achieve some goals will come across obstacles. But I've come to realize that those obstacles are there, to separate people who are really serious from those who are not serious, to separate those who really want it from those who can do without it. Let me put it another way: to separate those who cannot do without it from those who can afford to do without it. I read a book many years ago, All You Can Be is All You Can Be, by A.L. Williams, an insurance magnate from the United States. And, he wrote a chapter on desire. And he made a statement, He said, I want it so bad, I can't stand it. And that resonated with me. That's it. That's it. Some people haven't gotten that secret yet. When they pray, their prayers are expressions of wishes. But I've come to realize God does not grant wishes, He grants desires. Some people just simply are not hungry enough. They can put up with their current situation. They can manage with their current situation. They can cope. Instead of finding a way out, they're always finding ways to cope, so they can cope with it. So sometimes I look at it and I see that the difference between two people is not ability, is not talent, it is desire. There are loads of people with talent but who are not hungry. There are loads of people with education but who are not hungry. There are loads of people with the right connections, the right people at their beck and call, but they're not hungry enough. But then you see someone with just an ounce of talent, someone with just almost no connection. You have someone, without even enough physical strength, yet they are able to break through the obstacles that want to stop them in order to to lay hold on the success and the breakthrough that they want. That's what inspires me sometimes when I read the scriptures, the Gospels, and the people who got their blessings or miracles or healings from Christ. The one thing that you see is that desire. Someone had been losing blood for 12 years. She broke through the crowd, summoned up the last of the strength that she had, broke through till she touched Christ's cloth. That's what I'm talking about. Or the guy who was blind and he was asking what's going on. And they told him, oh, the Christ is passing by. And he screamed at the top of his lungs, screamed until he got the Christ's attention. Now that's what I'm talking about. That's what desire is about. That you have this inner fire that drives you, and you are willing to give it whatever it will take for you to be able to get the result that you want. Burning desire. So let me ask you, I want to ask you, the viewer, how much do you want to succeed? How much do you want to overcome the obstacles and the limitations around your life? How much passion, how much fire do you have on your inside? You check around all the people who are doing well, and you will find out they have that one thing. They don't take no for an answer very easily. Are you hungry for success? That's what we're talking about on this edition of Success Power. I'll be back after this break.
Success Power. The airplane, the computer, the motorcar, the television, the camera, they all began in the form of ideas. With ideas, you create, and creativity is the key to prosperity. With ideas, you create products and services. With ideas, you sell them. With ideas, you solve problems. When you solve problems, you become a leader. Ideas rule the world. Order your copy of Ideas Rule the World, book and audio CD by Sam Adeyemi. In Nigeria, call 0808-4444-466 or 0805-4454-466. In Europe, call 442088876771 or visit www.successpower.tv. Ideas rule the world. Rule your world with ideas. Get your own copy today. Success Power.
Welcome back. This is Success Power. Today we're discussing the topic burning desire. Yes. Listen, desire is a propelling force that comes from an inner motivating power. That's it. When you have desire, you are hungry, you are thirsty. Now let me ask you, when you're hungry, what do? See, there's a difference between someone who is hungry and someone who just feels like snacking up. Or should I say, there's a world of difference between someone who is very hungry now, who's not eating maybe for 1 or 2 days, and the person who just got filled eating food. Can you compare the two? That's it. Desire is an inward propelling force that motivates you to take action. So that's the thing about hunger, isn't it? That as long as you can cope with it, as long as, well, yeah, when you get food, you eat it. But for now, you can carry on, okay? That means that the intensity of the hunger is not very, very strong yet, okay? But then when the thing really comes and it becomes hunger pangs, you know what? That hunger will move you from your seat. Now that's desire. When it is strong enough to move you, an inward motivating force that, mark my words, propels you propels